Hello and welcome to the Connected Church News. This week we've got news from Facebook, Zoom, Messenger, Google and Facebook groups. I'm Natchi Lazarus and this is the show that brings you the top 5 digital and social media news each week in less than 5 minutes. Let's get started. Our first big news of this week is from Google. Last week, Google announced the launch of a new updated Google Analytics with features that have had some improvements related to data analytics and reporting and so on. One of the top things that really caught my attention was enhanced trend monitoring, which is an automatic alert that alerts you when there is a significant change in your data. As a non-profit or ministry, it's important for you to have a clear view of what is working, especially on your website or on other online assets where you have placed Google tracking code, and this new features are going to help you to do that. Another interesting thing is the predictive metrics which they have added. They have been testing it for a while, but now this has been released. There are new predictive metrics that helps you to see who are a particular group of segment of users who will take an action, who are likely to take an action. For example, if you want people to donate, who are the user segments who are likely to donate, who are likely to buy a product or some action that you want them to take. So that can be now clearly seen, and in fact you can actually create an audience out of those people on Google Ads and release ad campaigns only to that segment. So lots of interesting features. I definitely recommend you check out these updates from Google. Our next news is from Facebook. Earlier this week, Facebook announced 2 important features within the watch section of Facebook. Watch section is the one that holds all the videos. It's almost like a YouTube look and feel when you go into the watch section. And this is important because these 2 new features help people discover videos within Facebook. The first is called Topics. So now when people are in the watch section, they can follow a particular topic. Let's just say you are talking about faith or a topic like that. People who follow topics and subjects related to faith will now be able to see your video. So not only people who follow your Facebook page or your specific Facebook account, but now people can watch and discover your videos based on the topics that you talk about. So something important for ministries and nonprofits to consider, and this is dependent on the description and the hashtags that you use while posting. So keep that in mind. The second feature is a highlight feature which showcases the most popular videos, most watched videos, and also most liked videos within the watch section. Those are the 2 big announcements from Facebook. Hey, I just want to take a minute to encourage you to subscribe to our channel if you've not done so already, so that you do not miss any new episodes that we come up with. Now let's get back to our next news item. Our next news is from Zoom. Zoom has announced the launch of a new platform called OnZoom, which enables paid events. So if you as a ministry or nonprofit are planning to conduct an online paid event, you can look at this as one of the options. This announcement says that this will enable Zoom users to schedule and host one-time events, event series or drop-ins for up to 1,000 attendees. Organizers will be able to list and sell tickets on the platform and promote their events via social media. So now you don't have to look out for a separate event platform. You can do all that within Zoom. To check it out. Our next news is from Facebook groups. Last week, Facebook groups team released a report about a research that was commissioned by Facebook in 15 countries, surveying 15,000 people who were part of some kind of a Facebook group or online community. And the findings are absolutely interesting and fascinating, just to see the growth in Facebook groups and also to see some important things that you as a nonprofit or ministry need to keep in mind when you build your online community. Online community building and groups are a big part of ministry these days. So I would highly recommend you check out this free report. I will link to it in the show notes. You can download the PDF and have a look at all the interesting statistics. Our final news of this week is a big one from Messenger. Earlier this week, Messenger announced the release of new API which integrates capabilities and features from Instagram and Facebook shops. So if you are a third-party tool that you are already using for messenger campaigns, I know many ministries and non-profits use messengers to communicate with their church audience or to people that they are trying to serve and help. So if you use a third-party app, now that app can make use of this new API to bring in data from Instagram also. So do check out to your third-party provider and see if this is something that can help your ministry. That's all I have for you this week. Thank you for joining me. Do you have more questions about digital and social media for your ministry and nonprofit? Then you probably want to check out this video, which has a series of questions that are being answered related to digital and social media for nonprofit and ministry. Not just me, but we also invite guest speakers and experts from around the world to answer some of your questions in our show called Ask Natchi Show. So do check that out.